I was hoping to get here before the majority of you guys got here, but apparently y'all beat me, okay? Oh no, it's back horizontal. Let me know if it's horizontal. Making sure. Hold up. Let me make sure the settings. Don't do this to me. Okay, yes, it's thank you. It's landscape. I'm like, no, no, no. We didn't want to do another vertical. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. All right. You guys, we were on the vertical. Now we're back on the horizontal. Everybody, you picked up your shoes, your canes, your purses, what your donut chairs. Everybody come through. Okay, everybody here. Dee Dee, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You got motions. Heidi's like, I got motion sickness. Oh Lord, I'm sorry, love. Jeanette's like, right, we're here. We're here. Thank you, James. Thank you. Thank you. Are we good? Let me know. You left your Buster, go get your groceries. Hurry up. City left his groceries on the vertical. Now he's in the horizontal. Hurry up. Yay. And we are here. Hey, fail pessimists. Welcome. Now, the like button here, it's like literally down there. Can y'all hit it? Please hit it. Thank you. Thank you. You said nobody tipped over and burst into flames on the way over here. That's right. Let me let the people know that we are live on the regular because some of the people like to complain and I know, but you guys know that I'm very versatile. I like different, we got to mix it up when it comes to this channel. That's what we have to do. We live now and we got a variety of topics right now as we speak. We got to catch up and talk a little bit about of everything. Let's see. Do where is let everybody know that we live now again. We live again. We live again. Let's go. Oh man. So I was reading a little bit before we go into the topics, you guys. I didn't know that Gabby Petito's family had a documentary out. Um Tico Tits. Tico Tits, I forgot that's how long you've been following. Well, how long have you been following me? Because we're gonna touch that topic here in a minute. I promise you. Okay. Um, I was looking into a little bit of Gabby Petito, and I was gonna talk about Gabby Petito today, but I was like, "Ooh, I haven't watched it." There's a Netflix documentary, I guess, on Gabby Petito. Have you guys watched it? I get really mad on the Gabby Petito story because I remember when it first broke on YouTube. Um, did you? Okay, that's when you started following me. I think right after the Johnny Depp trial. Um, yes. What? No, I didn't know that, Chico. Hey, Wim's here. Look, Wim's like, I'm not going vertical, but I will go horizontal. Shout out to Wim. Wim is here. Okay. Um, I get really mad about the Gabby Petito story, and I was going to talk about it today. And maybe if we have time, we will. But I guess there's a new documentary on Gabby Petito. Is it not on Netflix? Have you guys watched it? Okay, Gabby was when I started following you and Mel when I got into true crime. Oh my God, Last Ronin. Um, I struggle with that. I think part of it, it just makes me so mad because watching the body cam footage, watching everything that was happening, it's on Netflix. I'm gonna have to watch it. There's another documentary that I want to watch. We'll mention here in a minute, but it just makes me so mad watching that body cam footage, guys. Like I just think that it was a complete failure, and I just feel some type of way about it. I can't even tell you. And I remember talking about the police back then, how rural it was, how they failed her, and knowing that all of this could have been prevented. It's just ridiculous, like ridiculous. I'm trying my best not to get upset, but maybe I'm gonna watch it and then maybe we'll talk about it on this channel and kind of go from there. I know I'm gonna get mad. That's what. That's like I know I'm gonna get mad. Another documentary that's coming out is the Ruby Frankie documentary. I think it comes out on the 27th of February on Hulu. Hold up. Ruby, let me there's a name for it. There's a name for it. Ruby Frankie on Hulu. And it's called Devil in the Family: The Fall of Ruby Frankie, and that will be also out on the 27th of February. I am looking forward to watching this too. if I can. This is going to be very interesting. I heard a lot about it, and so I'm here for it. I'm going to watch it. Let me know, okay? Let me know what you guys think. I promise you, justice, please. We will be talking about Miss Julia Wandell. It has been 2 years, 2 years since we last talked, okay, about that lady. But we got to go through the list. Hang tight. Hang tight. Adrian, how are you? I haven't seen you in a minute. Shout out to Adrian. Okay, we about to get started. What are we going to talk about first? I get okay. We already addressed. We talked a little bit about the Delta Airlines. We just watched the press conference that said absolutely nothing. Is it just me? They never say anything. They have to investigate. So okay, I give you that. They got to investigate. All right, but still, they said nothing. We'll see what comes out of that. Some of you guys in the chat were saying how those runways were dry. So how did it slip? I'm not really sure. I saw a bunch of snow. I did. So I guess we'll wait till the investigation. That's what we'll do. I want to talk about Columbine High School. Columbine High School. Do I have anybody here from the area that understands Columbine High School a little bit or understands that whole situation that happened? So they still got some scandals going on at the high school, which I thought was interesting. There is a Reddit group that keeps up with Columbine High School, believe it or not. And I thought it would be interesting to talk about this. So there was a little bit of a scandal at Columbine, my friends. Now hold up, y'all. I got to change my background because I like the sky and the pink clouds. I think it's cute. Dizzy, thank you for gifting 5. Thank you, love. Y'all, if you've been blessed by my beautiful, wonderful supporters, put some hearts in the chat. Please and thank you. Thank you, love. You are amazing. Thank you for supporting my channel. Let's talk about Columbine High School, okay? How many years ago since the pew pew? What wasn't it? April of, was it 19? It wasn't 1999. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me pull up. I don't want to guess because it's been many years, but I remember the Columbine shooting. Let me tell you all why. Because it was the first year that we moved to Colorado. Was it the first or second? Yeah, it was 1999, April 20th, 1999. So around that time, I was in the 7th grade. Okay, it's coming back to me. I was in the 7th grade. I had just moved here from Cali. And where I was from, as crazy as Cali was at the time, and it still is, like it hasn't changed, there was no like school shootings. Okay. There was none of that. All right. So you guys have to understand how much of a culture shock that was for me. You were a badass kid in elementary. But that was a culture shock because, maybe because I was in an area where, you'd had your drive-bys, you had that was a thing that you would have, but school shootings wasn't really a thing that you would hear about, right? Especially planned out, thought out school shootings. And so then we moved to the area. We moved to Littleton at the time, and that's, where Columbine's at. And it was literally like we were like the only Mexicans there. I'm just letting y'all know the culture shock that was for me, right, at that time. And our school was on lockdown because of it. Everybody was on lockdown after the shooting, every day the bomb squad was at the schools. Like you could not leave a backpack unattended because the bomb squads were at school all the time. Okay. That was the thing. And it was so weird because like it was just a different time, and we could be on lockdown and not even know it. I just remember a lot of people were scared at that time when all of this went down. And I remember going to the little memorial sites, going up to the high school where they had the hill and they put the crosses up there, going up there. And it was a huge thing that happened in that community at that time. And everybody was taking pictures, and everybody, like the memorial was a little bit crazy. And then finding out information, right, about who the 2 shooters were and what happened. And even then, Marilyn Manson was ostracized, trench coat mafia was a thing. Like if you got black makeup, especially the men, y'all got boots. all the way to the knees. You could, like, if you were wearing a trench coat and it's like 180 degrees outside, they'd be looking at you a little bit weird. You know what I mean? Because that's how that was the culture then. It really tense things up. Video games like Mortal Kombat, which I kind of grew up on those video games, were something that were censored. Like they were looking at everything to figure out, well, what causes school shootings, right? Yes. Oh my God, Christine, remember the trench coats were out. They were looking to put like rule, like they wanted laws against trench coats. I remember that. You know, you said I love trench coats, and the Matrix, I think, brought back the trench coat. Yes, it did. But it was a different time, and it was a very much a different time around that time. Um, to be around that kind of atmosphere. Trench coats were in style. Yeah. So clearly we've learned a lot from since the shooting, right? It's been many, many years. And seeing both, I think it's I can't remember, is it Dylan's mom or Aaron's mom? I think it was Dylan Klebold's mom. Yeah, it was Dylan Klebold's mom who has come out. Her name is Sue Klebold, right? And she's spoken out very publicly about maybe signs that she might have missed, right? Or things that she might have missed. She did a whole TED talk, and having to kind of understand that whole situation. It's really weird because um she's an author now. She's definitely come out. She was in hiding for a while. Um a lot of people were impacted by that shooting. Even now, you could still talk, you could still hear a lot of people feeling some type of way about the shooting and the motivation behind it. Yeah, you watch her TED talk. Yeah. You said right after that Columbine, right after 9/11, guys, another thing happened we don't forget. I was 14 years old, so graduated after when the army was there and all the and then the war, right? Arizona. I mean, it was a lot. I don't know, man. It's an interesting time to be a millennial, that's for sure, because I remember that. But anyways, so there is a Reddit group that watches a lot about what's happening on Columbine High School, because there's still a lot of people that feel like the way in which the shooting was handled was not well. I agree. After Columbine High School, then we had the Arapahoe High School shooting. I have two brothers. They were in that shooting. And I remember my oldest was in elementary school around that time. Okay. And they did the shutdown. Do you understand what it's like to be in a season when there was the Columbine High School shooting and then still years later be in the season of having to confront another school shooting? My two brothers were in the Arapahoe High School shooting. And let me tell you, it is the scariest thing ever to have to follow the rules and what they tell you. You got to go wait over here in this school. These schools are on shutdown, and even the shutdowns happening. And oh my God, like that's something I've never shared. One of them is still in therapy till this day because of that. That's how impactful that shooting was from Arapahoe. So, yeah, I don't take this shit very lightly at all. Hey Margot, thank you for becoming a member. Sorry, y'all, it took me somewhere else. Thank you. Um, Shout out to Margot. Thank you, love. Thank you for renewing. Let's get it together, y'all. So I guess there's a Reddit group that watches the high schools, okay? And they pulled this up. I guess this was news, but not really, because I didn't really hear major outlets talking about this. So how a high school helped a young girl move in with predator teacher grooming her while keeping parents in the dark. How does that happen? A Colorado school helped a teacher allegedly groom a 17-year-old student by helping a girl move into her instructor's home while keeping her parents in the dark. Former social studies teacher Leanne Kearney allegedly groomed a then 17-year-old female student at Columbine High School in Littleton, Colorado. School district investigators said that according to CBS News, the unidentified student was allegedly involved in an inappropriate relationship with Kearney at the time and then had been working with school officials to file federal paperwork to declare her homeless despite living with her parents. Her mother, who was not identified, found the paperwork while cleaning her daughter's room one day. The student was filing the paperwork with the intentions of moving in with Kearney. She says she also found a letter that described her daughter kissing her teacher, which led the mother to find thousands of calls and texts between the pair. I think it's really scary when we can't take teenagers or children of any age and say whatever you say is true, and we're not going to investigate it. We're going to take big steps to declare you homeless without notifying the family. How does that happen? Number one, the friends of the family, and this is what I guess the mother told the outlet. So this is the teacher. A Jefferson County school district found the girl obviously did not meet the criteria to be considered homeless. All right. However, school officials had previously helped the girl fill out the form, and Principal Scott Christie was aware that the student was planning to file the paperwork. Let me tell you something. There needs to be more of a independent look. I'm not always a fan of Reddit, okay, because I think Reddit is it's there's a difference between, like, Reddit can just be a shithole sometimes. Let's just be real, okay? But I will say this. I do think and I support people independently doing investigations, especially when it comes to your schools. Yeah, it's like 4chan. I would say that. You know what I mean? Like it's a cesspool. Like Reddit can just be horrible. And that's why when people say, "Oh, I saw you on Reddit," I'm like, "Cool." Like whatever. I like I said, I don't pay attention. But I really do appreciate the Redditors that are doing work that, to kind of check things out and report things out that like the major medias aren't doing, right? Um, so I appreciate they showed this article and I was like, oh my God, like why isn't anybody talking about this? What's going on? So teacher grooms this student to basically get her to file as a homeless so then that the child can move in with the teacher. It's weird. It's weird. Reddit is hit or miss. Sometimes it's amazing information, and sometimes it's just BS. I agree with you. Okay. So let's keep going. So a Jefferson County School District found the girl obviously did not meet the criteria of homeless. However, school officials had previously helped the girl file out the form, and Principal Scott Christie was aware the student was planning to file paperwork. Okay. And then look, they show the paperwork. This is the social studies teacher who was allegedly grooming a then 17-year-old female who was not identified because she's a minor. This is her. All right. Men and women can both be groomers. Okay. Sometimes teachers play out to be like that one really cool teacher that you want to hang out with. That's what this is giving. That one really cool teacher that you're after school and maybe they're buying you Starbucks or having you hang out. And yeah, they damn posted the receipts, didn't they? Yes, they did. And I love that they did that. Unaccompanied homeless youth documentation, independent student status for the FAFSA. Okay. And I mean, they got the signatures there. They did blur out some information. The student was involved in an inappropriate relationship with Kearney at the time and had been working with school officials to file federal paperwork to declare her homeless despite living with their parents. Very disgraceful. Her mother was not identified, found the paperwork while cleaning her daughter's room one day. Telling you, man, you got to clean your kids' rooms because you'd be amazed what you find in your kids' rooms. You just never know. The student was filing the paperwork with the intentions of moving in with Kearney. She says she found a letter that described her daughter kissing her teacher in the picture. Like, what the hell? Okay, this is Columbine. There's been a lot of renovations in Columbine since all the school official that helped her fill out the form. This is the principal, and that's the alleged perpetrator teacher. Okay, it happens everywhere. Christy did not inform the parents of the girl's actions, and investigators found that staff did not follow the proper channel for incidents like this, according to CBS Colorado. Well, what would be the proper channel? Would they call CPS? Maybe. I'm not really sure. Not a single person stood up and said something doesn't seem right and reached out to the parents. The girl's mother went to the school with the text records and showed them to Christy, who dismissed her. The principal dismissed her, reportedly telling her Miss Kearney takes interest in helping kids navigate their sexuality. Bitch, what? See, this is that fine line. I'm telling you guys, okay? I'm all for people like it being a support, but this whole like this piece I really struggle with because this is the kind of stuff that people get. He said that now she groomed her. Now she groomed her, okay? And the principal said, "Well, the teacher takes a fine interest in helping kids identify their sexuality." What the hell does that supposed to mean? Oh my Lord. Miss Kearney, let me reread that again, takes interest in helping kids navigate their sexuality. That is not a teacher's job. Okay? It just isn't. And this is why you have to be careful. People got to be careful. All right? Kearney eventually quit 2 years later after continuous pressure from the mom and would eventually lose her teaching license. This is what CBS Colorado said. The student eventually did move in Kearney. The student eventually did move in with Kearney when she turned 18 and moved out of state with her, grooming her when she was 17 years old. She turns 18. Now she lives with the teacher. She decides to move out of state with the teacher. You tell me that didn't happen very earlier on while she was helping the student navigate her sexuality. You can't make this shit up. How is she not arrested? How is he still first of all, let me just check. Is he still a principal? Let me see. Who is the principal in Columbine High School? Yeah. No. Frank DeAngelis is the retired principal of Columbine High School. Okay. That was when the shooting happened. Hold up. Who's the principal now? Is it still him? Huh? I don't have an answer to that. I'll have to go to their website and I don't have time for that. Anyways, so you said, can these teachers navigate cursive writings? I don't know. The child probably thought it was cool to have a teacher liking you more than just a student. There you go. I bet the teacher lied and claimed that the parents threw her out for being gay. Right? And then shows up to be the social support for this student. And instead of this guy being on the side, because when you're a principal, yeah, like you got your teachers, but you also are. This is about the students, right? The best interest of the students. Why wasn't this investigated further? Or was it? I don't know. But anyways, it keeps going. So the Kearney eventually quit 2 years later. The student eventually did move in with Kearney when she turned 18 and move out of state with her. The mother is in contact with their daughter and is hopeful she'll move home. She told CBS Colorado. I can't believe this. The school district has made moves to prevent Kearney from ever working in educational environment. Again, it is said in a statement. And it has changed its policies to ensure it doesn't happen again. What exactly the policy change is was unclear. I'm telling you guys, like, this lady, right? Can y'all believe that shit? Groomed a 17-year-old, getting her to file paperwork. She leaves, 2 years later, moves out of state with the child that she groomed. It's crazy, man. I'm telling you, true crime channels would be foiling my calls and listening to my Becky, we would be putting in the commissary for the honey buns, girl. Shout out to Becky. So that was what was going on. Okay, let's talk about another situation. Let's talk about something very culty. Very, very, very culty. All right, we got to move on because we got to give some time to. We got two more top. Well, this one, Onija, and then we'll talk about Julia. Okay. Um, Police arrested apparent a leader of a cult like, is it Zizian? Zizian? Is that how you say that? Let me know if I said it correctly. Zizian? Group linked to multiple killings in the US. Zizian. I think that's how you say that. Zizian. The apparent cult leader, which by the way, my goodness, look at those eyes. I cannot look. What did Scarface say? It's in the eyes, Chico. It's in the eyes. Like, look at those eyes. If looks can kill, it's in the eyes. I said it correctly, Mandy? Okay, okay. So it's Zizian. 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 I think I said it correctly. You said she needs bangs? Who needs um I listen. Okay. So, Zizians, the apparent leader of a cult-like group known as the Zizians, has been arrested in Maryland along with another member of the group. Maryland State Police said Monday. Jack, is it Lasada, 34, was arrested Sunday with Michael, 33, and of Media, Pennsylvania. They face multiple charges, including trespassing, obstruction, and hindering and possession of a handgun in a vehicle. According to the charges documents obtained by Action News, a trio was observed trespassing in a property while dressed in all black. The group allegedly asked a resident if they could camp in the area for about a month, but they were told to leave. When officers arrived, they observed two white box trucks parked at the end of the roadway. In one of the vehicles, police say that two of the suspects were wearing gun belts with ammo in the belt. A further search led to the discovery of a long rifle in the back of the truck and a handgun on the floorboard. All of the subjects involved are in to be questioned regarding other crimes that have been occurred. So there's a bail hearing that is scheduled. The Zizians have been tied to the killing of U.S. Border Patrol agent David Malign near the Canadian border in January, and 5 other homicides in Vermont, Pennsylvania, and California. So are these are the parents? Back in December 31st, the both parents were shot in the head inside their Chester Heights, Pennsylvania home. So the leader, so their children shot them? Huh? Police questioned what is it? Zajo's daughter at her home in Vermont in January 2023. A few weeks later, officers briefly take her into custody in Pennsylvania, but released her without charges. Lasada, staying at the same hotel, is arrested and charged with obstructing the homicide investigation, disorderly conduct. Wow. You heard about the story in Dr. Grade's channel? It's wild. Why are they off? Did they breed evil? It's in the eyes, Chico. That's what Scarface said. I mean, you know how he ended up. Did you? Oh my God! I think was it Marilyn who talked about it? I need to follow up on her stream. She might have talked about it too. Oh my gosh, the daughter has been the person of interest since then. Wow, but they haven't really like charged anybody formally. So now they're looking into it. I'm so confused. What is going on? But look at his. I'm mesmerized by the look in their eyes. It's the one main guy and 3 followers, says Katie. Oh my God. Cults are gonna cult. No reason for murder would make sense to us, right? I would agree with that. Let me see what you guys say. La Luz del Mundo, Scientology, the Zizians. These cults are crazy. These cults are off the hook. Okay, they're off the hook. I don't know, but something don't look right. And even in their eyes, I'm like, I swear, they have this look on them. I can't get over it. Look at all their mugshots together. It's uncanny, y'all. All their mugshots. This is them. Oh my God, look at this. What is up with this? Jack Lasota, excuse me, Alexander Liebham, Emma, Gwen, Maximilian, Snyder, Teresa, they're all associated with Lesota, also known as Ziz. Ziz? They all look. This guy, we can't really see his face because he's got a whole mask going on. But in 2016, Lasata began publishing a dark and sometimes violent blog under the name of Ziz, and in one section describing her theory that the two hemispheres of the brain could hold separate values and genders, often desires to kill each other. Jack Lasota moved to San Francisco Bay Area, earning a computer science degree from the University of Alaska, interning at NASA, according to a profile on hiring site for programmers, coders, and other freelance workers. NASA officials did not respond. Can y'all tell me why is it? Like they're so. Who's the movie theater shooting? James Holmes. Smart ass guy, like very, very smart, degrees and stuff like that. And then they wind up going crazy, like they shooting up people, doing different things. I just couldn't understand this. This is like crazy, y'all. What is it? They're super smart folks, like genius levels, right? They're calling them really, Tina? I didn't know this. Yes, I think you're right on this one too, Tinkle. I didn't know this. Wow. I mean, okay. Mind control programming. They're all vegan, but they look more like, oh my God, they are. I mean, maybe if they ate a steak, they'd be happy. I'm just joking, y'all. Shout out to my vegans. I'm just saying, like, oh my God, really? Yes, this is true. Oh, really, Pika? I didn't know that. No way. All right, well, I guess we'll be following a little bit of this. I just wanted to talk a little bit of this situation. What do you guys make of this? What do you guys make of that? Let me know. They all need iron supplements. Well, sometimes if you don't have enough iron, yeah, you could go a little off. That does happen. Not having enough iron does make you go a little off. I've heard of this before. But yeah. Okay. Moving on. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. But the mug shots are too much. And I don't know. Nor Jasmine did she? I'll have to look into her video. I like her. Yeah. We'll move on, y'all. We'll move on. Okay, let's talk about Onija, the princess of Palestine. What do we say? Pakistan, not Palestine. What did I say? Palestine. The princess of Pakistan. Okay, that's what they've called it, the princess of Pakistan. I'm like thinking of different areas. So we got some confirmation about what happened with Onija. She is not arrested. She's in protective custody. So I know Danny Robertson has been working to get more information on what has been happening with Onija. Our sister Onija. All right. I love it. Our sister. She's social media. Did she know how social media famous she is, you think? Let's get an update, guys. If Ahmad can drop Danny Robertson's channel, please, in the chat, that would be amazing. Let's get into what found out.
Thank you for calling the U.S. Consulate in Dubai. Consular services are currently operating at a reduced level. To continue in English, please press 1. For Arabic, to reach our consular section, please press 1 or press 0 for the operator.
Gotta love Danny Robertson.
Goodbye. Thank you for calling the U.S. Consulate in Dubai. Consular services are currently operating at a reduced level. To continue in English, please press 1. For Arabic, to reach our consular section, please press 1 or press 0 for the operator. Hello, you've reached the consular section of the U.S. Consulate General in Dubai. If you are calling to report an emergency involving an American citizen, including the death, arrest, or hospitalization of an American, please press 1 now. For information.
He's calling the consulate to find out. Hold up. Let me fast forward a little bit.
Hello?
Let me fast forward a little bit. There we go.
Hi, good morning. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. I can. How can I help you?
Yes, I'm calling on behalf of Onija Robinson's minor son. Every time, Onija Robinson.
Sorry. Hold on, just give me a second.
Okay.
If you want to find out information about what's going, Danny Robertson's been following this, right? So she calls the consulate to find out what is going on with Onija. Onija, for those that don't know, is the woman who is from New York, went over to Palestine. Why am I saying Palestine? I'm sorry, Pakistan, because it's the P's and the P's. Sorry, guys. So she was set up to get married to like a 19-year-old, 18-year-old young man who she basically catfish with the Nicki Minaj face filter. And she went down there in October, had like a visa. She was set up to get married, okay? And the family did not approve of the marriage. So what happens? Well, they leave her stranded there. And so then she starts going social media viral. Then there is this like humanitarian social service guy who starts helping her by the name of Chippa. So Chippa's helping her. They give her like an extended visa. They get her into medical services to get her evaluated. And so then she leaves Pakistan. Now she's in Dubai. But there has been these social media rumors about her getting arrested. So here we are. Danny says, I'm going to call the consulate and find out if she's been arrested because she's been in contact, it sounds like, with her son. So there hasn't been a whole lot of updates about what's been going on with her. So she's calling customer service. I gotta fast forward to the elevator music. Hold up.
Hello?
There we go.
Yes. I'm calling on behalf of...
Right. Yes, how can I help you, ma'am?
Yes, so her son, Onija Robinson's son, is not being given any information and allowed to speak to his mother. And he's concerned about his mother, and y'all won't let him speak to his mother or have her call her son.
And what's your relationship to the American citizen?
I am calling because she has a minor son, a teenager, and he's not an adult. So I'm calling on behalf of him, and I need for his mother to be able to call him to let her son know that he's that she's okay. And they said that go ahead.
Yes, ma'am, because due to the Privacy Act, we cannot share any information unless we have an authorization from her. So unfortunately, I cannot share any information with you unless there is a Privacy Act waiver form signed by her that includes your name or the son's name. Otherwise, we cannot share any information with you.
So you can't share any information and have her at least call her son or tell her to call her son?
Unless we have a Privacy Act waiver form signed by her that includes son's name or your name, then we will only be able to share information with you regarding her case.
Okay, well, can you talk to her and have her add her son, Jeremiah Robinson, to...
We can convey that message to her, ma'am. Yes.
Convey that to her. And...
Yes, we will do that.
Is she free to go, or is she being held?
You have no information, ma'am.
So has she been charged or arrested, or is she protective custody?
No, she's not arrested, but I cannot share any further information with you.
So she's not arrested, okay? So there we go. So the social media information out there that she's been arrested is false. It's not correct. That's what we know so far. And Pretty Sweet Pea, welcome. Shout out to you, love. I saw your comment the other day. Hey, Nathan Heidi, thank you so much for becoming a member. Shout out to you. Thank you for supporting my channel. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, Danny said, let's get down to business. We about to find out. Danny is to go. Yes, she is. That she is.
So she's not arrested. So that's good to know. So that's what he was concerned about, was he was thinking that his mom was arrested.
No, she's not arrested.
Okay, so that's good. So, can you please just have her talk to her and let her just talk to her son and try to get her to talk to her son because he's concerned about his mother.
Sure.
And he's like, yeah, he's still in school and things like that. Because he's so concerned about what's happening with his mother.
Wow.
So if she could just call him to assure him that she's fine, that would be.
Lady's got minor sons and she's out in Dubai. Going viral. Nathan, Heidi, is your name Heidi's mine too? You said I can not giving out information. The consulate could not prove that the caller is who the consulate claims. That's true. They're very like, it's not the first time now. I remember, was it Danny? Yeah, it was Danny Robertson. I think it was the Mexican consulate. She's called a couple places internationally. So everybody's got different privacy laws and whatnot.
Be better.
Well, we'll convey that message to her.
All right, thank you. All right, bye.
That was it. So, but you still have sites that are reporting that she's missing or she's been arrested, or I mean, has she? We don't know. Like, you have this one dropped today on viral woman dubbed the Queen of Pakistan missing in Dubai. I don't think that that's the case. Then it was said that she was smoking and she was incarcerated for smoking. We don't know anything of that sort. So, yeah, that's the update on that. Okay. What do y'all think? She's going to find out. I mean, one way or another, she'll make them talk. And when they're talking, they tend to say too much, if that makes sense. That's what she does. Okay. Oh, my goodness. All right. So the people that we're talking about, this lady over here. Oh, it took me back 2 years ago when we were talking about this woman. I thought this story had ended when we found out that she's not Madeline McCann. But I guess it has not. People are still talking about this. Y'all remember we were really into this story 2 years ago? 2 years ago? Almost. Polish woman who claims to be Madeline McCann released bombshell new DNA results. All right. A Polish woman has doubled down on her claims that she is Madeline McCann. Okay. Julia Wandell, who also goes by Julie Wandell or Julia Faustina, has alleged that a new set of DNA test results strongly support her theory, and she's related to the missing British child's father, Jerry McCann. The 23-year-old garnered global attention in 2023. That was in 2023, back when I first started talking about this. And she created the I Am Madeline McCann Instagram account, where she questioned whether she was a 3-year-old who vanished on family vacation in Portugal in 2007. Okay. However, her case weakened in April 2023 after she took a DNA test that determined that she wasn't actually the missing daughter of Kate and Jerry McCann. The 2023 test found that she was of Polish, Romanian heritage, which debunked theories that she could be Madeline. She later apologized to Kate and Jerry for the ordeal. However, she's back. Train Monkey, where have you been? No, girl. Thank you, Train Monkey. Shout out to Train Monkey. Train Monkey said no, girl. Julie, earlier this month, returned to Instagram with a new account at I am Julia Wandell, where she shared new DNA results that she claimed were submitted to world experts in the field. Wandell claimed that the experts, whom she did not name, said her DNA matched some of the toddler features, including eyes, teeth, and voice. In a series post on the platform in which she refers to Kate and Jerry as my parents, Wandell claims that her actual DNA results show I am part British, part Irish. She added that the genetic evidence strongly supports that Jerry McCann could be Julia Wandell's biological father. The McCanns, for their part, have refused to participate in the tests. You can't force them. Okay. The Polish woman said in her source allegedly analyzed hair obtained from the floor of the crime scene in Portugal and saliva obtained from the bed quilt at the scene resulted in 69.23% match, she claims. So she's claiming that some DNA that was left at the crime scene, the results are 69.23%. She claims. The genetic evidence strongly supports that Jerry McCann could be Julia biological's father, as the data aligns perfectly with a parent-child relationship. If this analysis is accurate and properly derivated from their DNA samples, the relationship between the McCann and Julia Wandell is biologically consistent with that of a father and daughter. Wandell had previously gone to great lengths to prove that she was the missing girl, including by submitting samples of 3 different forensic examinations to outline her DNA and a 23andMe style genetic test. On social media, she attempted to prove her case, pointing out physical similarities between herself and Madeline. She even appeared on Dr. Phil, which is interesting. Don't forget who arranged that. Where's Fia? She blocked me. She didn't want to be my friend. She didn't want to be my friend. She blocked me. She blocked a lot of people after she got exposed. So this is the story, okay? Back in 2023, this is something that I followed very closely, all right? The girl goes and does a video. I think it was TikTok, IG, or something like that, where she basically puts in similarities that she's Madeline McCann. She does that account, and she goes viral. She went viral. I'll never forget that. Okay. We covered it here pretty extensively. We covered all the stuff that she was presenting, and we were like, okay, so she's saying she's this. She's showing us how like there's like a certain deformity, abnormality in the eye. That was also covered. We talked about that too. And so she was out here basically saying that this is who she was. She has this psychic lady who is, I don't know, like a chameleon. She's like the social media person by the name of Fia. Fia Johansson, I think that's her last name. And Fia and her, Fia back in, I don't know, a year when this story went viral, basically said that she predicted and everything that she's predicting, and she's been used in various criminal cases, kind of like Sylvia Brown when they were using Sylvia Brown, to identify who's missing and who wasn't missing, kind of like that, right? So she travels to California to meet Fia. Fia pays for all this trip, right? They go to Dr. Phil. Okay. They're on the Dr. Phil show. And this was a way in which this gave Fia some clout and Julia. So this story went by, like, Dr. Phil is an idiot, but that's just my opinion. He also put that story up there because it was picking up clout, and he brought her on the show, and then he had Fia, and she was also an idiot too. Then we start finding out more information. Fia and Julia fall out. Okay, she gets upset. She gets sent back to where she was at, where she came from, and Fia stays over here. Fia does a video, the Persian medium. Oh my God, Nebulous, it's coming back to me. Thank you. The Persian medium. That's who she was. Fia does a video where she's telling people she is not Madeline McCann. I'm like, lady, but you pushed this woman to say that she was. You said that you believed her story. So she also, like, that lady is a scam artist. Fia is not her real name. She has scammed so many people. There's a lot of people out there. I interviewed a lady whose artwork she stole. I had somebody, a television producer, contact me. What was it, 6 months ago or 7 months ago, who basically said to me, okay, thank you, Mimi. I'll fix it. Hey, we're working on an investigation regarding this story. Okay. Do you know what, Tinko? I thought about that too. I had a television producer contact me 6 months ago, 6 or 7 months ago. It's been a while. and basically said that they were working on a investigation. And I had to, like, because when I got people that contact me and say that they're movie producers or television producers or music execs. I got that all the time. I always get people like that, right? So I had to do my own research every time somebody says that to me, right? So I start researching and I find out that this person is actually legit for a pretty big platform. I'm not going to say. They're investigating what happened. And so they contact me and they said, hey, we noticed that you did a lot of work on this, and specifically you went into and you interviewed the artist that this lady stole from. You went into the deep end. So they asked me questions about this. They got, I can't remember if I sent them videos. It's been a while, but anyways, they were looking to investigate this whole story because I thought it was dead and done back in 2023 when it was found out that it's not her, and Fia's like, I can't get any more money from this girl. She's out. I guess it's still going. Like, the girl is still posting, and her mother, or her biological mother, not these people, not the McCanns, but her biological mother did an interview with a I can't remember, with the network. And then those networks were contacting us also, and I was like, well, this story went crazy. That's how crazy it was. The girl's not well. Okay, she's not. But she really, I don't know if she believes or if she likes the social media attention that she gets. And so she peddles a lot of this information out there. People will sit there and they'll say, oh, she's this and she's that. But at the end of the day, the McCanns aren't saying that that's her. Some people will say, well, why don't they just give her a test? They already did. It's not her. She already took one. So another DNA test is going to determine that she's really this descent. She apologized to the McCanns. What is she rescinding that apology now? I'm so confused. So I don't subscribe. I don't support. So apparently she's back in the headlines again. Because some world-renowned forensic examiners, I don't know. I suggest y'all look into those backgrounds if that's what they're saying that they are. That basically said that there's a 63% chance that she might actually be Jerry's daughter. Why isn't there like a 99% chance? If I were to do a DNA test right now with my dad, it would be 99.9 or 100%. Like, why is 69? Aren't the numbers weird? Like, either you are or you aren't. 60, none of that is compelling. Hell, even 89% is not compelling. What does that even mean? You either are or you aren't. You either are or you aren't. I'm not buying the story. I wasn't buying it then. I'm not buying it now, especially when she aligned herself with Fia. Okay. Now I could say that Fia they probably took advantage of each other, right? Fia is an opportunist. Okay. That's what she was. But I'm not buying this story. There's another YouTuber. I forgot her name. Was it Alex? Who interviewed Julia. Okay. There's been TikTokers who interviewed Julia. Like, there's been a lot. I'm sorry, guys. You can dig, you can align, you can put together photos, but at this point, if the McCanns aren't going to do a test, what is it? Yeah, 63%. Exactly. It sounds like it's made up. That's like saying you're 60% pregnant. So she appeared on Dr. Phil. I still remember this. I was so dedicated to this story. I have a lot of videos. Maybe I'll bring some of those videos and bring them back up so y'all can watch the insanity. Fia and Julia would do lives together. Okay. And they would talk to each other. They would do lives. And when they first met, oh, Fia, and they were friends. And then when they fell out, Julia got mad at Fia because Julia wanted some Donald Duck juice. Some like little it was horrible. He said they probably just justify saying not enough DNA from the crime scene not being 99%. Send Rosa from Jersey. Thank you. Hey, shout out to you. Thank you for being a member for 2 months. Yeah. Yeah. Don't you think it's telling, though, that the McCanns don't want to do a DNA test? Like, and I was thinking about this. Somebody said to me, well, isn't it similar to like the situation? Yeah, the Donald Duck juice. Remember that, Chico? Yeah, she got mad. I'll never forget. Fia went live and Fia was like, Julia's mad because I won't give her Donald Duck juice, but it's so bad for her weight. And she was trying to make her lose weight. She was promising her a singing career. She got her to go sing karaoke. Julia sings. That's what she does. That's what she does. Let me see. I think I still follow her on IG. Fia blocked me. So Fia got exposed by other people in Hollywood for like scamming them too. Let's see if I can find Julia. Now I feel, there was a lot of bullying of Julia. Like I do feel like people will bully Julia for no reason sometimes. I don't feel like she's well, but I also feel like she is pushing this I am Madeline McCann thing. And I do wonder if she's being compensated for it at this point. People are taking advantage of her. Oh yeah, here it is. So this is what she shared. And people are watching this. No medical records before April 1st, 2009, when I was almost 8 years old. She is wanting to be Madeline McCann. That's what she wants to be. Okay. And yet again, they've already done testing. I think they did a 23andMe and then they did a DNA test and it's already been confirmed. It's not her. It's not her. No medical records. She's still trying to make that argument that this is her. Okay. No medical record. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Face comparison. This is what they did. Using face plus a highly accurate facial recognition technology. Julia's face was compared with that of Madeline McCann's face. The results came back as a very high match. Okay, we share a lot of facial features with folks. What does this even mean? DNA results part 3. So she posted all this. Okay, and what? They already took a DNA test. Yeah, her boyfriend also came forward and was like, she's not well. I know she was in the industry at one point. Okay. Julia was in the industry. Okay. There's pictures out there of her being in the like an OnlyFans industry. Okay. There's, she was into that stuff. That was found out. There was a lot. Fia's real name is not Fia. There's another name to Fia. And she's got a gazillion lawsuits out there and a lot of scamming in her background. This is why I always side-eye Dr. Phil and everybody in that group. This is a story that went viral that's been debunked a couple times. So yeah, I mean, she's been platformed, but it's a lot of speculation. It's a lot of noise. There's nothing. The supports and her doing this. Okay. All right, then she can do another DNA test that says, well, she might be 88% a McCann. It doesn't mean anything if the McCanns aren't willing to do a test, right? Oh yeah, they did. They did. I didn't know they took DNA tests. I'm glad they did. Yes, they took a DNA test. I want to say, when was it? It was a 23andMe and DNA test, and that's what made Fia kind of not like follow the story anymore. Also, they fell out with each other. Hey, Kraken, the thing is, the average number of nut consumer of sensationalism clout goblins is that they didn't think for themselves. Plus, they get the dopamine hit for the Scooby-Doo mystery machine clickbait never ending. No, when they did a preliminary, Marissa, so I think they if I remember correctly, they reported the information and the McCanns found out about it. So they did like a DNA test. The McCanns didn't, she did, to compare her background. They started with the 23andMe, and it was found out that there's just ancestry wise, there's no way that she is in any relation to Madeline McCann. You can look like a person. You can have a doppelganger out there. Doesn't mean it's you. I have a couple doppelgangers, I heard. It's a couple of people that look like me. Yeah, Northbound. Yeah, she's pushing her own music out there. I don't think that this is just This is, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not believing it. It's one thing. No, 23andMe. That's a good question. Let me check. I felt like 23andMe was saliva. It's a test kit. I think it's saliva. Let me see. Is it blood or saliva? I thought it was saliva. You can buy one at Walgreens. It wasn't just a 23andMe. There was other ones. Okay, so in it, let's see. Is this it? I'm trying to see what it. So it was discounted on Amazon. So let's see. Yeah, it's a saliva sample. Requires a saliva sample, and it takes 3 weeks. And that's it. It's just a saliva. And it's supposed to tell you ethnicity, ancestors, and even your family tree. That's what it's supposed to tell you. This is what it looks like. It's all saliva. I didn't think it was blood. So that's the thing. It's like, I just, if in the ancestry, it's determined that you don't even have their ethnicity or their makeup. So what? Like that, she's not a McCann, y'all. She just isn't. I'm not going to believe it. And I'll never forget when I talked to that television producer guy who's, they're still looking into this. My understanding was, this was just another social media viral story. And it still is. And I know she's still being platformed. I don't believe anything that she says. You guys can put it up there, put her next to pictures. To me, this right here, I don't know if it necessarily says anything. Hold up. Let me show you guys something that she posted too. Okay. She said this particular announcement refutes the claim previously made by private investigator Dr. Fia Johansson, which she is not a doctor. She doesn't have a doctorate degree. Okay. This is how scamish this situation was. And even Daily Mail doesn't correct this bullshit. Okay. Who in 2023 shared that Miss Wandell DNA results that said that she was in fact fully Polish. The 23-year-old said that she had previously been struggling to understand those results from almost 2 years ago and said that Dr. Johansson was not telling the truth. They fell out. She didn't get her Donald Duck juice. They fell out. That's what happened, which the investigators categorically denied. Meanwhile, part 2 of the DNA results, which were analyzed by the highly respected and recognized expert in the world, Dr. Monte Miller, shared by Miss Wandell. Who is he? I don't know. Yeah, I think it was me who showed it. I don't think BJ ever really talked about the story. I did show that fake degree. That was. I mean, those are old videos that I have from 2 years ago. You guys can check them out. Ancestry DNA can't tell you if you're related to somebody. No, but I mean, would you be related to somebody if you don't share the same ancestry? I mean, is that like, I'm wondering, like, if you don't share ancestry, how could you be related with somebody? You said, I'm afraid to take a DNA test. I have enough crazy family I try to avoid. I don't even want, don't know the ancestry. Hey, JJ, how are you? Is it just me who, let me know what you guys think. If you don't, yeah, isn't it called familial DNA and that's why the police use it? There you go. Their DNA would have to be in the system for 23andMe. That's right. I mean, but I just don't think that there's if you share ancestry with somebody, okay, that's how you determine if you're somehow related to a person, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm not an expert in DNA, but I would think that, yeah, not all home kits are saliva. I've seen some take blood. I've seen some take blood too. Yeah, she would have to have Scottish ancestry, and she doesn't have it. I will never take those tests. I'm confident that I have crazy. Well, and the thing is I don't know how much I trust them, because I heard that they like keep your information and all this. I'm like, I'm not that interested. I'm not that interested. I think I had somebody do one, and they told me a little bit, and we're related. So yes, that's how I feel. LOL. The only reason I would do a test like that is to find out if I have a sister. I don't care if she's crazy, says Mimi. AI will be mapping y'all soon, says Nebulous. I kind of agree. See, AI is going to be mapping us. Don't worry, y'all. Sell your info to the government. That is how it's used in crime cases. What do they do with all that information from 23andMe? They keep it, guys. I don't trust any of them. I don't trust any of them. So I would be careful. And then also, like, the thing is, where did I read this? First of all, insurance already sucks, right? So this would be like a disqualifier. If they're able to find out that you got some like pre condition or something through this. I heard somewhere that they can find this out through these tests. And so they're able to use that against you in order for you. I mean, we're already not being covered the way we need to be, but in order to, screw you over as well, we're all doomed. They could set us up. Yeah, they could set everybody up. You never know. But anyways, so this doctor, what's his name? Dr. Monte Miller. Doctor, who the hell is that anyways? Let's see. Dr. Monte Miller. DNA. I think that would be it. Forensics expert. Never heard of him. Who is he? I'm not really sure. Oh, it's this guy. It's this guy. Okay. Let's see. I've never heard of him. Okay. About forensic expert. Dr. Montemiller has training and experience related to DNA. I think this is him. Okay. Education. All right. Let's see. What are his degrees real? Bachelor's degree in biochemistry. Dr. Miller embarked 7 years of DNA education training covering cancer research, genetics. Okay, he joined the Department of Texas Public Safety State Crime Lab as a forensic scientist. Okay, well, I'm kind of curious about this guy. He's got a resume. All right. I guess we'll see. Maybe with this, now Julia can get an actual, DNA test from the McCanns. If they see that this person who's got degrees, feels like there could be a connection. How do they test the DNA? How do they know where the DNA came from? Well, they're saying that it was from the crime scene. And I mean, I don't know. That's a great question. I didn't even know that they could access that. So they took her DNA and then the crime scene DNA, and then they compared it that way, I guess. That sounds like a lot of work. You said they could do the legwork, but I'm not about to deliver in a platter. Oh, Lord. You said if anyone's interested in the McCann files, they can be found online. I went down that rabbit hole years ago, says JJ. Everything's up there. And, it's so crazy. It's like there has been some updates in the last year and a half on like things that they have found, reported. No, I mean, there's been updates here and there, but it's up there. I don't think this is her. I'm sorry. I just don't think this is her. And I don't know. I guess I'd have to see until the McCanns agree that, they're willing to comply and do a test. Okay, sure. Why not? I'll have to look into that. I've never heard of this lady. Is it Joyce Gilchrist? I think she's torturing the family. Is his name Monte? Interesting. Rabbit's email. Thank you. Okay. I think Dr. Miller. What is it? Monte Miller. He worked in government at one point. It doesn't say what his degrees are, like where he got his degrees, because it says right here that he did testing for DNA, crime lab, crime scene investigation. So he understands this piece. he's able to test DNA from the crime scene. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, this story has been going on for years, and I'm like, why is this getting clout again? The mama said it's her. They showed baby pictures of her. She's only selectively showing a couple pictures. This is no different than Allie Carter in that situation. I'm not. Welcome to the membership, love. Hold up. Now, let me make sure I say your name correctly. Is it Alma the Immortal? Alma the Immortal? Because it's all together. Break it up for me, love. Shout out to you. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you. You said they won't, though, as they know she's no longer alive, says JJ. I don't think Madeline, well, yeah, I don't think she's alive. I don't. That was quite the story, if y'all remember when that broke out. Yeah, DNA evidence has been wrong before and put innocent people behind bars. That's why they can't change it. They can't change it to circumstantial evidence and not conclusive anymore. Huh. See? I don't think she is. I don't think she's alive anymore. I hope that we find out, at least in this lifetime. I mean, you guys, they're still trying to figure out JonBenet Ramsey. Like we've talked about that too before. That's what I said. I don't think Madeline was taken. Do you think she was killed? Do you think she was killed? I don't know. To me, Madeline McCann and JonBenet Ramsey are like so similar. Only difference is we found JonBenet Ramsey, right? But we haven't found Madeline McCann. Yeah, I don't think she's alive. She would be in her 30s now if she was alive. You don't think they killed her, JJ? Do you think that they just trafficked her, or what do you think happened? I'm kind of curious to know what your thoughts are on that. Guys, I don't know. But let me know what you guys think. This is just my opinion on that matter. I don't feel like I don't have all the answers. Okay? I don't. But yeah. Thank you, Andrew. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, love. You think it was an accident? She was sedated and they sedated the children before they went out. You know, JJ, I thought about that too. They messed up that crime scene too, Vic, right? You don't think she's alive? They did. They messed up that crime scene so much. Yes, they did. But that's my thought on that. And I've done videos on Julia Wandell, Faustina. Go check them out. I might have some videos on private that I could unprivate too. I'm trying to figure out why I private them. Maybe because people were striking videos at that time when that story went viral. We don't have any arrests, baby girl, yet. We don't have any arrests. There was another thing I wanted to talk about, but I'm probably going to wait till I haven't decided if I'm going to talk about it yet. Totally not related to these topics, but since I have you guys here, I was watching Liz Gale yesterday. Shout out to Liz Gale from the non-Scientology community, and I thought she did an excellent video yesterday. But I'm like, do I really want to talk about it? Do I not? I just, you already know, man. People wow out every time we talk about these topics, and I'm like, do I really want to talk about it? What do you guys think? It might be a separate live. That's what we'll do. But I haven't decided yet. I really like Liz's video. I thought she did an excellent job. And I know I've been pretty busy. It's like my mods are like, hell no. Oh, please. Look at my mods. They're like, no, I wouldn't talk about it. You wouldn't. Look at you. You guys are really okay. I won't talk about it then. I just had a lot of thoughts. I'm not going to talk about them. I started watching Apple Cider Vinegar and I'm obsessed. Really? Way too messy. All right, y'all. All right. The mods, I'm outvoted. Rabbit Us Mods is beginning you to move. I got you. All right, then. That's it. I'm done. I've been outvoted. You're right, Christine. You're right. I've been sitting there and I've been watching. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna talk about it. Begging you. I know, Chico. I'm done. We're done. Okay. I just had some thoughts, but I'm not going to talk about it. Okay, I promise. Apple cider vinegar is what? Yes, baby girl's. I think baby girl's catching up. Thank you, Christine's like, it's not worth it, Rabbit. It's not worth it. Maybe when things calm down, maybe. I like when Rabbit talks about SPTV because she needs to bring a different perspective. That's what I think is needed. Well, thank you, Lady Pamela. But I do think that it's too much sometimes, you know? Maybe when things calm down a little bit, okay? I do think that might be a better idea. My mods have voted, all right? My mods have voted. Let's see. Yeah, the police sniffer dog knows the truth. LOL, says Nebulous. Well, thank you. Y'all are amazing. I appreciate you guys joining me. I'm gonna head out. Let me shout out some people here. Dizzy, thank you so much. Margot, thank you. Nathan, Heidi, thank you. Rose, thank you. And is it Amal? I want to say your name correctly, but I feel like it's Amal the Immortal. Shout out to you, love. Thank you for becoming a member. Rip off scam. Okay. Shout out to you. Right, lady. Right, Lady Pamela. All right, y'all have a great one. I'm out of here. I got to go. I'm tired. I got to go. Got to refill my coffee. Bye, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Hit the like.